Welcome to the Dank Swamp Rebellion's 50th anniversary special. How lucky for you. Doesn't that sound great? 50 episodes of DSR, oh my god. How could it be? You know, it's the extravaganza of a lifetime. You only hit one 50th anniversary, but not Dank Swamp Rebellion. We get two. We put it together in two separate episodes, spectacularly. An achievement only met by others of another caliber other than the Dank Swamp Rebellion, but sure as fuck not anyone less than 50 episodes deep. 50 deep. If this is your first time listening to the show, congratulations. You got the lucky bonus stage because literally you're getting to listen to the whole series in one shot.
Yeah, you get the best of. You're getting the best of each one. And the reason why we're going back in reverse order, we just feel like we need to take you back to the beginning gradually and work you into it, ease you into it real nice. So we're going back from, we're starting at episode 48, working back to episode 1. And so we're going to cut that into 2 1-hour episodes, episode 50, part 1, part 2.
Here we go.
All right, so this is episode 49, right? That's what we're doing. We're episode 49.
This is episode 50, part 1.
Right. Is that what we're calling it? So we're going to episode 48, episode 50, part 1 and 2?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That's math, right?
All right, so our first clip is from our most recent episode. And I call this little clip right here Dick Off.
I train my major blood vessels to retract into my body on command. Also, I can retract my penis up into itself. So anyways, she says, that is the biggest penis I've ever seen. And I said, I know. That's why I brought you to the Penis Museum, where tickets are $1,000.
So did you hear about the guy that bit his brother's dick off?
Yeah, what the fuck was up with that shit?
So you
At
take
the Piggly Wiggly?
you take my Pokeball.
What the fuck happened? Where was this shit?
Of course it's in Florida, some meth head. You should see this guy too, man.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the picture right now.
So his brother stole his, was it Dragon Ball Z?
Okay.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z blanket.
Okay,
Right.
so here's the headline on the article. Florida man bites his brother's penis off after he walks in on his brother having sex with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket.
So wait, having sex with his cousin, which means his cousin too.
Right.
On his favorite DBZ blanket.
Maybe it was
Correct.
his second cousin.
I would have been mad too. Because I'm assuming he claimed her already.
Like, kind of like, what do you do?
You're
Like,
cheating on me.
what do you do? Like, let the handle be like mine?
But why did he bite his dick
Oh
off?
my god, I just noticed he has little devil horn hair.
Like,
But
no,
why
like,
did
look
he
like
bite
fucking
his dick off?
Invader
Like that's
Zim.
immediately what he went. He's like, "You son of a bitch, get off my blanket and my bitch,
My
and I'm gonna
cousin."
bite your dick off." And who lets somebody bite their dick
Did
off?
he pull his brother's dick out of his
Out of the
cousin's
cousin.
vagina and bite it off?
like an umbilical cord?
All right, so that was part 1 of it.
Well, did it?
The world may never know. The world may never know.
I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z, and it's
You feel that strongly about it?
all signs point to that happening. Yeah.
Saying yes.
Yeah.
What a dick move, and no pun intended. What a dick move.
Talk about a chode.
So here's the follow-up of that episode. Yeah, a lot of dicks in that episode, and it ended on that too. So let's see how it ends.
Look, how do you know that they ripped the dick off from the guy and they didn't rip the guy from the dick? I don't understand that.
That's true.
Dude, that's some, like, deep cuts there.
You saying that? They're saying that he bit off his brother's penis.
Right,
Maybe he bit his brother off of his penis.
that's what I'm saying.
He liberated his dick
From the body.
the orifice of the body.
Right.
You shall no longer be burdened with the lack of this bird.
It's like, and he's holding the dick in his hands, goes to an open window, is like, you're free, and just
When you were a kid,
throws it out
what
the
did your
window.
mom call your penis, Phil?
Bird in the mouth, two in the
your
bush.
dick. Bird in the mouth. What? What kind of childhood nursery rhymes did he grow up to? What the hell was that?
That's what happens when you grow up south of Intercourse.
Talk about bone in, huh?
What did your mom call it?
Boneless.
When you were a little bitty kid, what did she call your penis?
Penis.
Like you
pee-pee?
like both of y'all have talked to my mother. You know how crazy her personality is.
Fat dong.
She's like, come over here, fella, with your fat dick.
Okay, so I remember.
Imagine Phil potty training. Hello,
Put your
let's-
fat cock in the toilet now.
You know what's the best part is I went over to Phil's recently to help him with some modeling stuff. And he's like, hey man, I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. I was like, okay man, cool. You don't have to fucking announce it. It's your apartment. And I could hear him whistling to himself, but right before, he was like, all right, I'm putting my fat dick in the toilet. It's like, wow. He thinks a lot of himself.
His mom is wild, man, and I could just about imagine growing up in that house and how his sister is, and it's amazing to me.
It's these little life moments that you get a little piece
When
of.
you end an episode on a note like that, then there's some dad-like pride that wells up inside of you, and I definitely have that. So this next episode is probably one of my favorites, just because I like it. I just do. Episode 47. We talked about the monolith that was on World Tour, and this is what we said.
Since we're sponsored by Apple,
Oh, dude,
Are we really?
we will get shut down on their platform so fast.
they love it. We're sponsored by Snapple.
All right,
That would be actually
kind of
fucking cool,
Snapple
man.
products.
I would dig that. I would
You
dig
pop
some
off the top of the
Snapple.
lid, it shows this logo underneath it, man. How badass would that be?
And underneath all our computers is a cute little saying about life and shit. Whatever that's, you know how like when you
Fuck
take off a
bitches, make
Snapple
money.
top, it says, you know what color your asshole is? You probably shouldn't.
It's purple, by the way. It's purple.
If you know what color your asshole is, you're using your iPhone for the wrong things.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's an app for that.
So it's 2020, COVID is going on. We've had zombie COVID Karens. We've had interdimensional murder hornets. And now we have disappearing monoliths.
Oh shit, yeah.
What do y'all think about that, man? Just this big giant monolith shows up in the fucking desert, and now all of a sudden, and they claim that it was buried deep into the ground, but it's gone now. It just disappeared. No trace.
This is like a direct representation.
For our Spanish-speaking friends out there, no trace.
No, it's like, this is crazy. This is like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, like 2001 Space Odyssey that came out.
Exactly what I thought of.
So, like, here's the thing. I told Tyler this the other day on a group message that I'm like, yo, since these things are coming and going in a matter of a couple of days of each other, if one of these fuckers shows up in Stonehenge or in close proximity to it, clench your ass cheeks tight, folks, because the aliens are about to be probing us here soon. They're just scouting out the areas right now.
You know, it's the one thing as a musician that I wanted to do to that thing. I wanted to take a tuning fork and go hit it. Just to see what would happen.
It's like, what would happen? It's like, I feel like we need to get...
It would separate your molecular biology.
It was in that little Red Rock Cavern deal right there, so it probably just chain reacted, blew up the entire world a little bit at a time. Just think about the resonance in that little cavern, how it could build up so much pressure in there.
It depends on how deep that monolith was already set to, right?
And they didn't know. They just knew it was 12 feet tall, but they didn't know how deep it went.
Why didn't they start excavating that shit? They just thought, like, they
Scared.
They chalked it up as an art installation.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, someone's just really out there and decided to, you know, put this into the ground.
If it
Kinda like
pops up
Banksy or
somewhere
something?
else randomly, then we know that's exactly what it is.
Like, I'm telling you, like, straight up, if that fucking thing shows up near or close to Stonehenge, clench your butt cheeks.
You know that thing was not will not be put up in New Orleans, because if it would have been, 5 minutes later, it would have been graffiti.
Yeah, they've been like,
No, I'm pretty sure
no Stonewallis Jackson in our house.
We're going to take it down. What? It's a triangle. Triangles are racist.
Since you said you wanted to go up and hit it with a tuning fork, I think we need to get Amy Adams to go up there with a notepad that says friend in Egyptian or some type of alien language to try to communicate with the said tuning fork. Just an idea.
The story of its discovery is pretty wild too. Have y'all noticed how, y'all read about how they found it initially?
They just walked up on it and it was there.
It was two guys flying around.
And they saw a shiny thing, right?
Yeah. And
they were like squirrel.
They were
shiny?
They were flying around surveying the area or something like that in a little biplane. And the sunlight caught the reflection on it and it hit him. And he was like, "Wait, what was that? Go back. And they spun around back, and then they went up to it, and they were walking up to it, and they felt like a force with it. And I'm not sure if that's excitement or, being afraid or that resonance that we're talking about, because the wind alone could cause a frequency vibration that would resonate inside a big old cavern like that. And how long did it stay there? 3 days, right?
3 days, and then it disappeared.
I'm telling you, it's a scout ship of some kind or some type of probe.
Well, you saw what they left behind?
No.
So it's a pile of rocks that aren't from the area. And these rocks were all formed in a pattern that they kind of built a pyramid of these rocks in its place. And I think, what was the second place? Where does it now?
Okay, so it started off in Utah originally.
Right.
Then it showed up in the Netherlands or Amsterdam, somewhere in Europe.
All right, so where did it? What happened with this, Tyler? Because we haven't had another show since then. So what was unearthed?
New developments have happened with the monolith, and turns out a couple YouTubers
Scammers.
We're doing
It was a fake.
Good job. Good job, guys. It was.
Did they break it down how they did it?
Yeah,
They did. That's cool.
They went into really vigorous detail on how they did the stuff, and they were talking about how they were influencing the news and shit, and how easy it is to capture this many people's fucking attention whenever you're doing something that's just a little out there, And I mean, it helps that the YouTube channel's fucking massive,
Yeah, it helped to have that kind of money to pull a prank that big.
Yeah, and it was international. So there was a big piece too. But there's all a monolith in our heart still. And don't let the algorithms destroy you.
Don't let your monolith die in the desert.
No, it's not worth it.
So we're now down to episode 46. We got a nice little clip for you from the other side of the lake over there, so to speak. And hope you enjoy this one.
Normally, if given a choice between doing something and nothing, I'd choose to do nothing. But I will do something if it helps someone else do nothing. I'd work all night if it meant nothing got done.
With the world heading more into desperation, into darkness,
Took a fucking turn.
Wow.
Shit.
We went all up to D2. I forgot my antidepressants.
Can you cue the fucking Sith music
this
there?
is about to get happy.
Oh, you had to turn.
I was trying to be positive.
This is a segue.
I'm gonna be positive by being very fucking depressing as I'm carving.
I'm sorry, it's hard without headphones, man. I can't really feel the atmosphere of the show without them.
You want to share a muff? Come on over here. Come on.
Before COVID, we had talked about Kerala, India. There was some issues going on. Monkeys were taking over and killing people and pissing and shitting on people and giving them different diseases and biting them and fucking them and just craziness. And they put a lot of money into, what they would consider a lot of money, into bear suits to ward off the monkeys. I want y'all to know that as COVID has progressed, things have gotten worse. There are reports now that there's a town in Japan. The town is called Takawa. And they have put animatronic giant wolves that have red eyes and that snarl and bark strategically placed around the town to ward off the bear problem. We warned of this issue. We said that because that the monkeys would soon know that the bears were not bears, they were people, that they would try mating with bears, and that the bears would absorb the powers of the monkey.
Correct.
This is what's going on there. So they're thinking that animatronic wolves and they look kind of like really shitty Disney World wolves.
So like Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese
I was
wolves.
gonna say Small World, but okay, that works too.
Right now they have 2 monster size ones that are huge. Apparently the bears are really getting bad. COVID bears are attacking.
Dude. So you telling me they're gonna have monkey-powered bears that are gonna fuck these animatronic demon wolves, and they're gonna hybrid into a fucking cyborg demon monkey bear?
Yeah, it's called Cygor. Cybernetic gorilla. Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Which translates into the Game of Thrones, what's the big direwolf thing? It's going to be like a direwolf with powers. It's also going to be LEDs.
So, energy efficient.
Energy efficient, and it can run really fast over short sprints. So it'll be like a Tesla with teeth.
So you say Cybertronic bear wolf, and he says, and Phil says, Cygor, cybernetic gorilla.
Yeah, I added those together. You didn't go to college.
My bad.
He did.
Wait, I did go.
Yeah,
I went.
Yeah, but you didn't learn that from school.
Yeah, I did.
And that's showing.
Okay.
You didn't know when you put an animatronic wolf, bear, monkey,
it becomes a Cygor?
It becomes a Cygor. And that's factual information. Right here on episode 46. 46.
So far, we hope you guys are enjoying as much as we are.
Yeah.
The other thing is that if you're a real listener of our show, you will know that little clip had nothing to do with Japan. That was a complete shout out to India.
Yeah, all day for sure.
It had nothing to do with anything but that. So our next clip here is my most heartfelt one, I think. There was a lot of emotion when we went down to the Cajun Twist and did an interview with the owner of that place, Anthony Goldsmith. Very inspiring to meet that cat.
Absolutely.
And the food was freaking great.
Super cool episode. I mean, it was our first outing on location. It was a really big deal. And
it was.
It just kind of paved the way for newer things to happen for us, and couldn't be more grateful to be a part of it. Thanks, Anthony. Check this one out.
And on a real quick note, other artists out there are going to understand what we're saying, but when you get there and it just feels right, and then you know that's just another piece of the puzzle that's coming into place.
Oh yeah, you could feel it in the air.
And it was the
Phil Collins said it best.
It was there. The electricity was there. But in this clip, we actually talk about the heritage that we preserve on the bayou, and this is what Anthony had to say about it.
So pretty much, I mean, the culinary background is pretty much in your blood at this point, you know.
I grew up with it. My great-grandmother's Alzina Toops, and I grew up every Sunday.
A fucking legend, by the way.
Absolutely.
A legend on the bayou.
Yeah, Bayou Queen, Cajun Queen. She's really amazing. She's 93 years old. She's still getting it. She's crocheting. She's not cooking as much, you know.
Yeah.
She's not cooking as much, but she's something special. And I was very lucky to be able to grow up down the street. It's a family street. It's all cousins and stuff. We all come from that same bloodline, from Alzina's bloodline, pretty much, you know. And growing up, going to eat there every Sunday with that good food, it was hard not to pick up some stuff, you know. And working in the restaurants and everything. I mean, I've been in it my whole life.
Well, what's some, you know, people are so
intrigued by the Cajun lifestyle, just traditions that we have, not just our accent. Everybody loves the accent, supposedly, and you leave out of town, they know you exactly you're from.
They know where you're
Cajun
at.
country.
Absolutely.
But what are some traditions that you remember in your childhood? Or something y'all, maybe it was a holiday, or maybe it was just something y'all did, that really stuck with you over the years.
Some of my fondest memories and all is going to the duck camp back on Bayou Blue over there. Mm-hmm. And we had a nice little camp that they built the land for with bulkheads and oyster shells. That's what the camp was built off of. Right. And we go right across. We had a lease that we rented from some people, and we would go hunting in a sunken marsh stand and everything, and it was good times. But getting back and them cooking, that was my favorite part. Yeah.
Bro, I love them some poodle over rice, man. Let me tell you something.
Well, you know what about that one? I had the same childhood, and I think everyone from the Bayou could 100% relate. Man, it was super cool to do that. But my favorite part was you could tell you were past the South Intercoastal.
I was there. And I'd been there for a few days already because my wife and I had been camping at Wakeside, and Tyler and Randy came meet us on the day of that shoot. And at that point, I'd already had some bayou water.
Bruh, that was getting tick, Nate.
Oh, bad. We was down there, down.
You was feeling it. And and that's good. That's what usually happens too. I go visit my mom for more than an hour.
Oh yeah. You get around and it brings you back to what you were. My accent has changed over the years just because I've moved all over the country and worked all over the country. So. Mine's been a little mixing pot here and there, but when I get past the Intercoastal, my coon-assification comes out.
Yeah, that's all right.
But that was a super good time, and once again, thank you so much, Anthony, for that, man. That was such a great time, and we will be back down there soon. Go get y'all some oyster po' boys. This shit was great. Now stay tuned for the Rebellion's debut song, inspired by the Cajun Twist restaurant. The next episode we're going to is episode 44. It needs no introduction. This pretty much speaks for itself, and let's see what we got to say here.
Yeah, people are mad about Baby Yoda eating them eggs, man.
Why? I don't know.
Because apparently Baby Yoda is pro-choice, and he just committed how many abortions in that episode?
All you vegan whores won't eat meat, but y'all suck dick and swallow, you protein lovers.
None of those eggs were fertilized, though.
Yeah, they were just eggs. They didn't even have life
like
yet.
A regular ass.
She had to get to her old man so that he could actually bring life to it. And that brings me to another point.
Why did she need to be habitating her race continuously anyway? She looked pretty useless.
You want to talk about women's rights and how y'all can do anything? Apparently you can't. Because this frog lady had to go find a man to do something that she couldn't fucking do. He would have went on his life perfectly fine, not giving a shit. But you know what? She was the one fucking worried about. She had to bring her little sauce orbs in that fucking little pitcher of...
The pickled fucking eggs.
Pickled quail egg.
Pickled eggs.
Things.
Pickled eggs.
Also, like, so they were mad about that, but they weren't pissed off about Baby Yoda eating the baby spider out of the sack.
No, that was like a direct ripoff from Aliens.
I was
pretty upset.
Why did that not prick people to be triggered?
Because arachnids
they don't feel anything.
Aren't lizards. Lizards feel stuff. You saw her? She looked very emotional.
Okay.
Yeah. But spiders are just mad. They look like.
They are like.
That spider had a pussy mouth. Did you see that?
Pretty crazy.
It was wild.
Pretty crazy.
Here's the crazy thing about that.
Did it remind you of Hoth?
It did.
It really did. Yeah, that was super cool.
Here's the crazy thing about that spider creature. That particular spider has been featured in a lot of different Star Wars games throughout the decades. But here's something crazy: the original concept artist of Star Wars, George Lucas, is like, read the script, don't think about cost, draw what comes to your mind, draw what you see. Mm-hmm. When they started production of Empire,
$8 later they were done.
Like when they started doing Empire. This was back in 1980. Like in 1980 was when the film came out. This guy drew that spider.
Yes, the concept art.
Like over 40 years prior.
Super cool.
Before we see it on Mandalorian. It's actually in the art book.
Super cool.
And you don't see that whole albino cookie monster in the cave with Luke. No, you see Luke with the lightsaber against a giant fucking spider instead. How badass was that?
I just hate the fact that the abominable snowman, the snow monster in Star Wars, is the exact same one from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer repurposed.
No.
The claymation.
I love that. I love that idea.
Resourceful.
It's called production value, and when you're...
I am super happy.
Can't convince me of that one. I'm sorry.
I'm super happy with Disney for the way they're handling The Mandalorian. First season was awesome, and now tonight what day is today?
Friday.
Yeah, we're one of those. So a new episode tonight, and I like it. I really fucking like it.
I mean this. Okay,
I like that it makes people mad, because it's never done any of that to me. It made me mad when Quill died.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I wish he'd have kept going.
I'm mad that they never went back to fucking the black lightsaber plot. Like,
no.
Okay, big deal.
What happened?
Time out. That's coming.
I'm sure
How
it
do you
is.
know?
Okay, so...
it better.
No, like, the reason why I know is that...
Rebels.
Like...
I would hope Disney would think that true fans would want to see that.
Yeah, so I hope that the coming seasoning. You ever had some Cummins diesel seasoning?
Oh boy.
I hope in the coming season that we do have a lot more Mando to come. I think it's almost over though. I think they have maybe one or two more episodes, and then we have to wait a whole another year.
Yeah, but the good news is that there's enough other series coming where we won't have to wait so long to have some Star Wars in our life, which is really cool. And I do want to comment that we had someone on YouTube reach out to us on this particular episode that said, "Man, you guys sound like a bunch of assholes."
And you are correct. Thank you for that.
My response was the Force was strong with this one.
Right. Yeah.
Which is true.
A lot of people say that about us, but a lot of those people are our followers.
And I like that.
I don't like the fact that you're called followers. I just want to say that. Our followers, my followers, because It just sounds so cultish.
It's
you
not
know?
a cult yet.
I follow the Dank Swamp Rebellion. Okay, well, we followed you too, peeps.
The teachings.
So our next clip, episode 43, we have celebrity Uncle Porn on the show, and well, not on the show, but one of his worldwide tasty clips. Here we go.
So, Uncle Porn sent me something recently, and it's the most horrifying thing you can ever see. It's like, if you're familiar with the Marvel Universe, they have the Incredible Hulk, but they also have a She-Hulk. And apparently, Uncle Porn has given me the pleasure of giving She-Hulk my number, and I'm going to share it with the guys in the studio now so you can hear them react.
Oh, shit.
Is that Muscle Man Randy Savage in his younger days?
This is the least disturbing Uncle Porn video I've seen so far.
Yeah, the car keys was way more disturbing.
God.
Wait, it just got more. It just got more. So there is this roided up.
We all know who's dominant.
There's a roided up chick.
Go ahead and re-roll that beautiful bean footage.
Dude. Okay.
We all know who's dominant in the bedroom.
Fuck, dude. She couldn't get her shirt in one pop, though. That's scary.
Oh, like,
That's very scary.
like, dude, she's flexing her tits and they're moving.
I didn't even know that was a muscle.
It is a muscle.
It's
Dude.
not, though.
And then so this chick gets completely naked and then starts to punch a workout dummy and abuse it sexually. Uncle Porn, man.
That's some crazy shit.
Once again, they talk about us, man, coon asses. My uncle's never sent me.
Go ahead, pause it, Phil. I want to go into an in-depth analysis of this figure.
What is the thing between the legs?
That's really kind of throwing me off. Is her clit buff?
Like, her clit is
It's like
buff.
her clit is a six-pack.
Like, her clit is buff and she's flexing
Wow.
it. It's like a tiny dick on a man. This is the best way to describe it if it was on a Ken doll.
It is.
So this is what happens when they start to inject the
all her
roids.
muscles every day.
She got a little man wiener.
She works out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
It doesn't even look like her legs are like supposed to.
No, it doesn't
They
even look real.
like attached.
It doesn't even look real.
That's all plastic surgery.
I mean, her tits really aren't real though. You can tell.
No, everything's plastic.
I think that's
Even
why.
her asshole.
That's what throws it off the most. And then the body, just no.
Yeah.
You saying you wouldn't go after something like that? Even with your
No.
virgin candle blown out?
She would fuck you, bro.
I'm keeping my V card for that one.
If she was an MMA fighter, like the chick from The Mandalorian,
Yeah.
I would want her to round kick me in the head.
So is this all that Uncle Porn has sent you that it's blowing your mind?
Oh, no. He sent me some other good shit. Hang on, let me scroll down here.
This man sent you all kind of shit.
So I watched this one earlier. I'm going to rewind it.
I could tell.
It's like, you know how, like, if you grew up and your mom always tell you, it's like laundry day's on Sunday? Laundry day has never been more fun. So, like, fuck, I can't even blow this thing up. Hang on.
You already did.
Yeah. So we're at a laundromat. You know you always have to put a quarter in the slot? Guess what?
Well,
Where's this laundromat? Oh, that's Nicholls State University. But it smells worse.
it's like, oh, all my clothes are dirty. Let me go
Everything,
Let me-
even my shoes.
Let me wash this
even
and
dirty.
spread my
And then they start pulling in hot chicks off the street like, oh, your clothes dirty too? Come on, I'm gonna wash your clothes too. You got any friends? Oh, your pussy's dirty. Let me eat it.
Get ready for the spin cycle!
I'm cleaning it. I'm cleaning it.
You know, I just love the fact that everyone's mouth is full.
God damn, dude. How many cycles is that? 11?
Man, that's an LG Steam Stream.
The Turbo Stream.
5000.
Well, look, I mean, you've ever been to a place like that, Alex?
Never.
How much? You think it's just like a couple quarters for a round in that bitch, or?
I hope.
You'd have to get some deflated Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Yeah.
Good for you, Uncle Paul. Thanks a lot.
So another. We really do wish you could have seen the video of the buff chick with that that mannequin.
No, we don't. you didn't want
If you would the part where we all laugh really hard, if you would understand how much hatred that she took out on that dummy, because she hated men.
So you want to roll back that beautiful bean footage?
I know. Dude, it was one and done for me. I understood it. I got it. I was done.
Yeah.
And the fact is, Alex is dead because he's dumb.
Yeah.
And on the show, I didn't know that tits were even a muscle. And that's why you didn't know you weren't supposed to go past the sign that says don't go past the fucking sign at the Grand Canyon and fall to your death while taking a selfie, you dumb fuck. Rest in peace. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I mean, the last episode artwork was kind of a reflection of that. The mountainscape was a little bit of...
That's the last thing he saw.
It was an homage.
Was a giant rock dick when he fell to his death.
So an homage.
Next is episode 42. We had some guests on the show. We had 16-Bit Picnic. Beep boop beep beep. Boop, boop, boop. And this right here, I'm just playing through just because I want to listen to it.
Sure.
So Tyler, you made this intro.
Yeah. It was fun. I actually had it for a while. Like, I had made a 16-bit version of the intro for some idea with Mario Kart, and I finally got to use it, which felt perfect.
Not even knowing that we would have a gaming guest.
Nope.
And that we would need the perfect intro for that episode.
Welcome back to the Dank Swamp Rebellion. This is Cody, and we're here with 16-Bit Picnic. A special guest that are coming on tonight. We're super stoked to have him here. Have my main man Tyler. What's going on, Tyler?
What's happening tonight?
Dude, stoked. Got a guest, man.
Yeah, man.
I love having guests on. It's so much fun.
Every single one of these people in 16-Bit Picnic has been a very good friend of mine for probably plus 10 years. And there's a rich history here that not only that reflects into the food they make or the games they play.
You're bringing a tear to Grove's eye, man. It's almost like the first and the third time I got pepper sprayed.
So we got Brad, Hayden, and Alex. So why don't you guys shout out for us?
Hello. I'm Brad. What's up, man? I'm Hayden.
What's up, guys?
That screaming kid in the other side of the dollar store. Y'all get that joke in the it's soon. Trust me. Yeah. No, actually, it's cut. It's cut.
We didn't use that joke.
We didn't?
No, man. We
no.
I was about to say I like the marinating jokes, but if they're cut completely, it's like one of those deep tracks.
Really? You had to go with marinating for a cooking show? You've been planning that?
So the funny thing is that most of the jokes that we use in the show are actually ad-libbed. We think of them 10 seconds before we start rolling.
And that's great because the play on words is fucking awesome. Yeah. The first episode, guys, kudos on that shit because it's really good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
came out swinging hard because I was, as soon as I knew it was out, I was like, fucking right. I popped that shit on YouTube and followed through all the way. And you know what's cool is that not only you're catering to my food needs, again, you heard the catering, right? So you're also catering to my video game needs, and you're just making a sweet little package of all that right into one. And I wouldn't expect any less from you guys either.
Oh, thank you, man. That's appreciated.
Yeah, man. We're doing it for us, but we're also doing it for you.
We're super stoked too that the first game that you guys played was Mario Maker. What was it? Yeah, Mario Maker.
It was Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was decided just because, like, what are you gonna do on the first episode? You want to try to get everyone in there. That's such a basic game to play with everybody. Like, everyone knows who Mario is, so like that's such a perfect one to start off with.
Hey, Brad, this is Belligerent Phil here. How you guys doing today? Doing all right?
What's up, Phil?
What's up? I got a quick question for you guys, all right? I just recently saw your first episode of video. Congratulations to that. My question to you guys is, I couldn't help but notice this. Did you intentionally go bald for the show?
I know I did.
Stay tuned for the next episode when I go bald. I mean, I guess I went intentionally bald for the episode 3 years ago, and I didn't know it.
I was about to say, when I met Brad was about 3.5 years ago, and I was starting to go bald at the same time. It's like we were in that warp together.
Yeah, we did. We were kind of like we had the little skull showing in our hair.
You could almost call it a recession, if you will.
Yeah.
So we love food and video games on the show, but we also love self-help. And a bit of self-help advice I can give everyone: if you're going to go bald, go all in. Just do it big.
Yeah, I tried to go to the skull, like a nice chrome dome, and I just don't have the head for it. I got more of a bump and knobbly. I think
kind of like almost like a dented pumpkin that you find in a rejected pumpkin patch almost.
Yeah, it's like if you went to a pumpkin patch and you saw one that was sitting there in his Down syndrome, you're like, oh yeah, I'll take that one.
The feel sorry for him?
Yeah,
I hear you.
The feel sorry for him patch.
What's good is those nice polished domes come out really well in 4K on YouTube, just to give you a heads up. And
good.
From whenever it gets to the point where me and Alex have to go bald, that's when we know that the show's kicking ass.
Dude, his reaction.
Well, not just that. Then y'all have to come on the show.
Like, don't worry, Alex. You're not gonna have to shave your head. We'll put you in a bald cap, and we'll make it very obvious because this could be a cone head bald cap.
That'd be amazing.
So shout out to 16-Bit Picnic. They're online.
Beep, 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 beep.
They're on YouTube, and now they have their own podcast, like what we do.
Yeah, it's called Bidiots.
It's called Bidiots.
Like idiots with bits in it. So
check them out.
Some Bidiots. And you know what's funny is that Phil thought we were talking about our Alex when we were talking about their Alex, and he was talking about shaving Alex's head. And their Alex was like, no, I don't even know you, bro. I'm just going to go along with it, you kind of thing. And Phil's just sitting over here thinking.
Not even realizing that both Alexes have long hair. Irony is a bitch.
Oh, boy, is it.
Well, I tell you, this show is... But anyway, we had some fun with those guys. I think they come out with an episode a week now, so check them out.
Yeah, they just put out their third one a few days ago, so go check them out on the YouTube 16-Bit Picnic.
So this next one I want to dive into. I want to talk to Tyler a little bit about the intro on this one. This is my favorite intro that this fucker has ever made, and this is the intro to our Halloween episode.
guess, like reroute what happened besides the whole like life thing, because that's an easy cop out. You could say the family it took over, but there's ways to get around that.
I really liked the reggae scene. I liked the message behind it. And then it's when I saw Revolution play for the first time live on their first album, and it was the absolute cleanest music. I can't even explain how crisp their sound is live. It's perfect in every way. They never miss a lick. They never miss a beat. And you feel every single note, every riff. It's the way they put it together. All those guys met while they were in college for music. You know, they all met in a music room.
Yeah.
And they took all of that talent, all that knowledge, and put that together to make this freaking incredible band. And people say, you know, a lot of their shit sounds the same. To me, it doesn't matter, dude, because if I'm sitting on the beach with some earbuds and I'm smoking a blunt in the Bahamas, Revolution is there for me. Iration is another one. You know, you go watch Iration live on YouTube in the backyard. Those sessions are killer. They're sitting there playing on Martin Coca-Colas that will change your life. Just the feeling, the tone of those guitars is amazing. And to see all those brothers sitting there, when you watch those Hawaiian bands, the Green, all brothers, you know, there's like 7 or 8 of them in a band, and I saw them live, and it's just the harmonies were so perfect. All of their guitar harmonies were on point. Everything was just so perfect. And it gave me a new appreciation because 3 and 4 chord progressions just wasn't doing it for me anymore. And when you have that intricate progression where every single instrument is in sync, where it plays off of each other, and that's why I am an advocate for marijuana, because if you're going to tell me that ain't inspiring to watch talent like that happen when you're high, there's nothing in the world that's going to convince you. I'm sorry, you're just not that person.
So that's pretty much where the turning point in my musical abilities changed.
It opened up a new path for you.
It did.
What's really cool is reggae did that for me too, in a totally different way.
Right.
And it's like we're brothers in harmony.
We're brothers in spirit.
Yeah.
But one thing that Tyler and I do aspire to do one day when we have a little more time is we're gonna sit down and we're gonna write a reggae album. And just because we think it'd be a fun thing to do.
The Dank Swamp Rebellion, man.
Yeah, man. This next part of that is what Tyler was going through as a little child.
And what happened was I had brought a yo-yo to school, which was illegal at the time. And this is kind of what paved my way to where I got to start playing music and stuff. I brought a yo-yo to school, and Pokemon was legit, you know, it just came out, and I was super into it, but it wasn't cool to be into that.
Did you have any of them first edition Charizard cards?
Still do, homie.
Do you have the one that's 40 grand?
Don't have that one, but I do have the first prints of a lot of them.
That's some good cards too, though.
I have base set Charizard, not first edition.
If only you had that first edition.
From
Dude, you know the boxes that you buy for the first edition are really like 100 grand?
Yeah, I know. I keep up. I still like it.
I definitely keep up a little bit with it too.
So, I had ended up doing some commission pieces, and I figured out that basically I could kind of get away with a lot of stuff because the people that I fucked with, we were cool, but we weren't friends. But I was in a lot of groups, I think, and I brought a yo-yo to school, which was illegal, and I was fucking flipping my yo-yo in front of everyone, cause I forgot that it was illegal, but I played it off whenever I got caught that I didn't give a fuck, you know, like, damn, dude, Tyler doesn't give a shit. He was playing with his yo-yo in front of
Fucking
teachers.
take my yo-yo. I don't give a shit.
This is my fucking yo-yo. I'll yo-yo wherever I want.
And I treated it like that, and I got in school. So I went to in school.
Can you imagine the girls lining up like, do me yo-yo master?
Can I play with your yo-yo?
Yeah, dude. So
he's like, bitch, my yo-yo has tampon strings tied together.
I was hitting the yo-yo super hard, and then they gave me.
Wait, I want to dive deeper into this yo-yo thing real quick.
Sure.
So, were you just like yo-yoing, like super cool, like just yo-yoing up and down, or were you like walking the dog? Were you butterflying?
Were you doing like some sick
dragon
ass
wings?
I was walking behind this group of kids and
Butternut squash.
I was checking out this dude's Jankos because I was like, damn, those are mammoths. That's fucking badass, right? Those pockets go all the way to the ground.
You could have fit in the pocket.
And I'm like walking the dog, and I'm like walking the dog while, giving that.
Was it a cool yo-yo that lit up, or?
No.
No, I had one of those.
Straight dunking.
See, I must have been a rich kid.
Straight dunking.
I just didn't know.
Well, I was walking the dog, then I did the cat's cradle. Fucking shit. While walking,
Like cats in the kitchen of the Peking moon.
and I walked in front of a group of teachers, and they were like, "Hey, you with that yo-yo!"
Hey, stop walking the dog in the hallway.
And they all the kids, this was like behind a group of cool kids, and they turned around, and I just kept walking the dog, looking at the teachers, and then I snapped it back up,
Like a bitch.
and then put it in my pocket, and you're like, "You can't have that yo-yo." So I shot the moon in front of her. And they brought me to the office, and all the all the cool kids were like, "Damn, look
This
at that
dude
one.
just mooned the teeth.
Look at that was a nice moon. He just fucking mooned the
And it was a
fuck out
full
of that picture."
moon.
Right.
Dude, he mooned the fuck out of that yo-yo.
So that kind of gave me the attitude of like, I could convince people that I'm anything. Because I'm not really that kid at all. I just didn't give a shit at that time.
This is the only nigga I know that a Dunkin' Yo-Yo that changed his fucking life.
Dude,
the only one I know.
I hit that. I hit that so
I was
hard.
like one of the
Hit
last.
his stride at 12 years old with a yellow Dunkin' Yo-Yo.
Greatest hits. This is the greatest
hits
Look
in
at-
the world.
We're like the red label PS2 games.
Holy shit balls, Pat, man. Speaking of red label PS2s, here's our next guest off the deep end.
We good?
Dude, somebody's calling the show.
Hey, what's up? Hey.
Oh,
How y'all doing?
Thanks for calling in, guys.
Yeah.
How y'all doing this fine evening?
Pretty good. Couldn't get Google to work for shit though.
Yeah, Google sucks.
It's something to do with this full moon, you know?
Yeah.
The full moon
Always
coming.
something.
We were just talking about you guys with that whole Elon Musk fucking fish on the moon thing, man. We like that idea.
Yeah, Fishgate.
Fishgate, yeah, Elon Muskie. That's fucking great.
Mhm.
But we were also talking about when we were on you guys' show that the whole Leviathan lobster thing, and we were wondering like what's a bigger animal that could probably do the same type of thing. And I just want to let you know, down in Florida, they found a 19-foot python that's bigger than usual. So we have, in different parts of the country, we probably have, we can do that with different animals.
Oh damn. So I was looking into it after that episode. I got deeper into the cult, and it turns out there's a couple spin-off groups now. There's one called the Evangelicalists.
Oh, nice.
It's like a jellyfish god, because apparently jellyfish don't age either. And then another spin-off group was a direct spin-off, and their group is just called "We're Gonna Eat That Other Group's God." That's
I like it. You think they're gonna battle it out one day? It sounds like it.
oh, we're going to war.
Pay-per-view.
Dude, I'm
event.
Cajun and I wouldn't eat a jellyfish. Fuck that.
Yeah, that sucks.
Another fun fact about jellyfish is they reproduce by screaming racial slurs.
Not surprising either.
I guess we should introduce these guys. This is Corey Lido and Cody. Is it Stookie? I always say it wrong.
You got it right.
Yeah, you got it that time.
Right on, man.
Guys, I saw y'all have a show coming up, huh?
Yep.
End of the month on the 30th.
Man, I wish we were closer.
Yeah, we're fucking super stoked about it. Although, at this point, we'll take any shows we can get.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I understand, especially with the COVID shit now. Who made Pokemon? Like, what
The Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say don't say Orientals because you can't say that in 2020.
The Japanese made Pokemon.
It's funny because some of our family members down here still use like those old words like that. Like, my grandpa says chinky a lot. Like, that's so fucking chinky. Like, what? You can't say that.
No.
Yeah. Or my aunt says she still calls them coloreds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a chink in your armor. Like, it's a word. It's racially connotative, you know?
That's that D&D shining through, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my grandma and my mom still call black people colored people. And I was like, Mom, you can't say that. She's like, why not? That's what they wanted to be called back then.
They say urban or ethnic, and I feel like it's the same.
That's
you know what I
worse.
mean?
That's worse than just saying.
That's the same.
Just saying black dude. You know, it doesn't matter. Or just a dude. Just because he's black doesn't mean you gotta call him the color. Shit.
Yeah.
Or if you want to, it doesn't matter. Fuck. This dude's hanging
Right
brain,
here in Arizona,
man.
we call our minorities embarrassment.
We do not do that.
I do not. See, that's why I like that kid, man. Cody, dude, me and you are right there, bro. You're just a younger version of me, just a little more fucked up, and I like that.
That's what drew me to Cody as a podcast host. I'm like, man, I thought I was cringy. It's like, Jesus.
It's cool though, man, because y'all got a cool thing going. Because you set it up real nice, and then he's just like me. I see the line, and I know that the toe can go over the line, and then I leap across that fucker 10 or 12 feet, and I know I'm good.
I get away with it here. I can say racist jokes on stage. It's like the abortion jokes; those never really go that well.
Yeah.
Those don't land.
You know what's the weird thing is that it's not about abortion. You know, and I'm finding that because a kid at work, they were arguing about abortion and how it should be legal or not. And I said, it's not about if it should be legal or not. I don't give a fuck if you want to be a slut and scrape your fucking womb with an ice cream scooper. I give a fuck if my tax dollars are paying for it.
Right. Because you fucking up. I don't want to pay for it.
Dude, pro-choice, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I just don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, judging by how much it costs to, like, extract a tooth, I can't imagine extracting a baby.
Human actual life? Yeah, man. Fuck, it's probably a little more, huh?
Yeah.
Should have just used that dental dam.
Which is so stupid, because, I mean, really, if you would see the way some of these coon asses fillet a fish, $20 you're good.
You might as well just go to McDonald's, dude. Fuck.
So our next episode has the Bayou Anarchists on it. That was a two-parter. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to play through those two parts and let y'all hear what happened on on this show.
They had a nice, good, humorous one, and then a very serious burning it down one.
Yeah. So let's burn it down right here.
Let's do it. Uncle Porn.
Uncle Porn sent me a video about chicken fisting. But more importantly, how triggered a person can be when they lose their keys.
Is this going to be a cock-on-cock violence?
No.
What does this have to do with the fisting the chicken and the key?
Everything to do with fisting the chicken.
Simone's like, and...
Okay, so once again, I'm going to set this up. Thank you, Uncle Porn. So they got a young lady. She's,
surprise.
She's got a leg up,
Dude,
no
the look
panties
on her
on.
face, too. She's like, oh, there they are.
My keys.
Watch.
Where's the room?
Dude, where are my fucking keys? Oh, there they are.
Oh. Holy
So
shit, though.
She's got.
That's biologically impressive.
I can't even tell y'all what I'm seeing. So a chick's
And
got
this is
her.
why humans are amazing. We're amazing creatures because we can do this shit right here.
And that's capitalism. That's right.
Exactly. That's capitalism right there.
I want you not to focus on this. Watch her face instead. It's way funnier.
Yeah, I know. It's like she didn't know they were there. It's like,
Watch like she's like.
It's like fun.
Wait a second.
So the thing is this.
My God.
She's digging in there, and at one point, she has her arm in her asshole up to the elbow. But at some point, she's like, "Oh, that's not the thing I wanted." So you can see her like grab a little deep and move something out of the way. She goes a little deeper, and then she finds the car keys that she hid in her ass and pulls it out.
And guess what? Those car keys will be repackaged by a Japanese company and then resold to General Motors.
Also, we want to give a shout out to Phil's cousin for that video. But yeah, I'm super stoked tonight because we have a guest on the show.
Fuck yeah.
Did you two know that we actually have a guest in the studio?
I had no idea this lovely piece of female across from us right now. What's
Piece
up?
of female? You
Piece
can't
of female.
say that. It's 2020, the Me Too movement. So we have Bayou Terrebones, the Bayou Terrebone chapter head local anarchist, Simone Crochet. How's it going? So, is that what I'm supposed to label? Like, what's your title? What do you want me to call you?
It doesn't matter, man. I mean, you know, I'm just straight out the trailer park, bro. Just straight out the trailer park.
That's good.
Just keep it organic.
So, Simone, I want to hear from you. So, originally, you were a Bernie supporter, correct?
That's correct.
So, why were you supporting Bernie?
I think the reason why, I can tell you the reason why most anarchists would have sided with Bernie is because he was easier to sway. Somebody like Biden, for example, is what we would call a centrist. So we know from history, from having, Obama as our last president, not much gets done from centrists. Bernie Sanders would have been somebody easier in that community to, hate to kind of use this word, but almost manipulate so that we could work towards real progression, because I don't feel like we've ever gotten to that point yet.
That's a smart move. I mean, think about it. If you want something done, you want someone who's going to be a little easier to move around, right?
100%. And the thing is this, people that have more of a socialist mindset in this country, they tend to be an aggressive person, and that's one thing I will always respect in that young lady. She has never been that. Her views are her views, but she's never really pushed them on anybody. If I've always been the aggressor and wanting, because I knew her views, and so I've always been the one because I'm interested and I wanted to pick her brain and see what she was about. But normally, you see, more of a loudmouth type person in the anarchist lifestyle, but she's not that at all. She's actually very intelligent, and she had a lot of good stuff to say. If you haven't heard that episode, go back and check it out. We're going to move right on to episode 37, Egyptian Nazi Aliens.
Well, dude, okay, look.
That's very weird.
I don't know about Nazi aliens.
They're not Nazis, they're Egyptian.
Nazi aliens from Mars.
Egyptian Nazi aliens are not part of my expertise, which is probably why it scares me. But I did see a lot of information about how exactly what's going on now. The reversing of the polarities, where Egypt used to be in a different hemisphere of the earth, and that's why everything looks so eroded. That's not normal, just wind tearing shit up the way that all the structures were there. And
because one time it was actually underwater.
Exactly. And it's really sounds crazy to think about, but think about how the dinosaurs died. They recently discovered a dinosaur that was flash frozen, that if it would have froze over a long period of time, a lot of its internal organs and a lot of its skin would have decayed before it was frozen.
It was completely intact?
This fucker was completely
Was it a mammoth, or was it like...
It was a mammoth.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Ice Age hit hard because something happened with the polarity of the Earth,
Yes.
and when it happened, it froze it in place.
Flash froze a
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, either
instant.
Either the solar ray thing where it just burns you to a fucking crisp and you ash up real quick. I'm cool with that. Either one of those, I'm good with. As long as I know it's coming, and Elon Musk tells us before, and I'm jacking off right before it hits.
So imagine that nut just frozen in your dick for the rest of time.
And you never get to release it right in the tip.
You're gonna have literal blue
bulge.
Blue balls.
It bulges up and then mushrooms on the head. So huge.
And they're gonna go and they're gonna find that fossilized, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, humans were crazy. Look at this giant dick." That
2020 was crazy.
They're gonna sell it for 20 million bitcoins.
Yeah,
that's what this guy's life was worth. One last nut.
That's the truest blue balls I've ever heard.
But dude, you can't forget to get frozen with at least a joint in your hand. Come on, DSR does support.
I will not go down on a low key, that's for sure. I'll definitely be high as a kite.
Well, the good news is hopefully by then we'll be able to take the Egyptian QR code and reroute it to our website. So when they scan Earth...
When you scan Instagram...
They scan Earth and they're like, "Oh, let's check out this podcast."
So, we want to give a huge...
I'd be proud of that.
Yeah.
I would honestly say if a foreign extraterrestrial being would come in and scan Egyptian's barcode,
like, son of a bitch,
and they would pull up our website and they'd be like, "Damn, this was what Earth was about?
Who are these assholes?" It'd be more like, "Who are these assholes?"
Well, I actually just finished doing that for the website. So if you go to GeoCities on Wayback Machine in 1998, and you go to GeoCities and you go to the Egyptian pyramids at a specific coordinate, if you scan that with your phone, it will go to Dank Swamp Rebellion.
That'll go to our website?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've just finished doing it literally like yesterday.
That must have took some time, huh?
Actually, it wasn't that hard. It's not so bad.
About 20 minutes or so, and that was about it on that. Well, this next little beauty of a clip right here, we like to call it Spam-a-llama Ding Dong.
Can we do a sketch where Phil is on a dating show? And
that would be so fun.
I'm down.
I'll be the lady. I don't mind. I like it. And I'll let my hair down, and I'll be like, "So, Mr. Guy behind door number 1, what do you like to do?" And then Phil's just going to be like his normal self, right? Then he's also behind door number 2.
How would you respond to that? What do you like to do?
Let's play this out. Let's see. "Hey, Mr. Guy from the show, what do you do, number 1 door?"
Oh, what am I doing?
No, what do
you do?
What do I do? I am a nearsighted gynecologist.
Oh, so you're familiar with territory, aren't you?
Ma'am, I can smell you from both doors, from 1 and 2, and I smell some sourdough. And
it'd be funny if he's like,
"You need some Vagisil."
"You're 1/32 Irish, 2/16 black."
I could smell your heritage.
Oh, by the way, it's gonna be a heavy flow this month.
Okay, well I like that answer. Door number 2, what is your name?
Not the guy from behind door number 1.
That's an interesting name. It sounds Chinese.
It is.
Oh, what do you do?
I am a nearsighted gynecologist.
Like the guy from door number 1?
We have no
smell my heritage?
We have no relation.
Y'all should be friends. Y'all sound like y'all do the same thing.
You know, we are pretty close friends, and we fight over the same woman. My hand, actually, since this is a poly relationship, it's actually our hand. So,
are you door number 1 and door number 2 are conjoined twins?
Yes, we're conjoined at the dick.
How does that work for your love life?
Usually two-sided blowjobs.
You ever been finger blasted, baby?
How do you get fellatied through your ass?
See, what we do is we put a strap on.
We're attached at the head, and we nut into each other's shafts.
Is that what centrifugal force is?
No, we have to be spinning for that to occur.
We gotta be careful not to nut at the same time because it'll kink up and make an elbow.
Yeah, and then someone was gonna have a UTI infection.
So door number 3, say I'm not interested in elbow macaronis. What do you do?
I like to toss salads.
Are you a professional salad tosser?
No, I'm a nearsighted gynecologist.
Oh, well, what is your name?
Number 3.
Your name is number 3?
First and last.
So your name is number 3, number 3?
No, first and last is the first and last
your
name.
Your name is number 3, first and last?
And I'm the third of number 3.
Isn't that an impossible fraction?
Actually, if you divide it down, I think it's 1.
3.1333. NordVPN.
Sponsored by NordVPN.
So, okay. Well, say if all 3 of you guys decided to take me out on a date, where would you decide to go?
To the Spam manufacturing facility.
Spam ham manufacturing?
So lucky for you guys, we actually we have the contestant from that show. Welcome her to the show. And what's your name, darling?
My name is Spam Ham. Last name Manufacturing. Thanks for having me back on. Yeah.
All right, and that was the contestant from the show.
Bye now.
Bro. Oh man. So not only is that entertaining, that's also informational. And
I'm glad she stopped by. She's been busy.
Well, she's been very
kinking up some macaroni elbows.
Yeah, tying up some shit. So next clip. Grovant Mayer and the Neuralink. You remember this, man?
Yeah, it's when he got connected.
Yeah, when he got hooked up. And yeah, here's Grovant Mayer. He's for you. I don't like to say it, but Grovant Mayer is my uncle.
He is coming at you live.
He is coming at you live from the 985.
He also has a YouTube channel.
He does.
Did you know that?
I've seen it, yeah.
He does reviews.
And I was worried because I was like, man, I hope it's just not another one of those things where he starts talking and he's in overalls and then he pulls his balls out. And it wasn't. It was actually, he does reviews, believe it or not, of tech. And he's a super techie guy. He likes to keep up with technology. And so it's called Grovant Mayer's Technical Difficulties. Check it out on YouTube. Super, super awesome. And it's very informational. I learned a lot. He reviewed an MP3 player, and he also reviewed it's a tool that is used in the medical field. So go check those out. It's really cool. But here's Grovant Mayer and Neuralink. As you two listeners can hear.
That's accurate.
Why do I feel like
1, 2, 2?
No, as you guys can hear, it's just me and Tyler in the studio tonight. The reason being is because Phil has contracted COVID-19. How he's got this, we have no idea. It's probably only asked him out that he does and things of that nature. But Phil, how are you feeling, man?
Man, why'd you have to sell me out like that? I told you it's not COVID, it's herpes.
Oh.
Dude, how you got herpes in your lungs?
Apparently I got COVID then too.
So herpes affects your taste buds? I have herpes, I can't taste or smell.
I mean, if you got all those little scars and babos all over your lips and your tongue, then yeah, I would imagine.
So you're quarantined, so what's going on?
So I am quarantined and it fucking sucks. Okay, so not only am I sick, I'm quarantined and on a diet, so you can imagine how fucking pissed off I am with all that.
Yeah, you don't even have any comfort food.
What is that like? Quarantine diet? So like dietine? I think that's...
It's basically I'm in a dietine consumption of Jonathan Davis and the rest of corn. Not cream corn.
Is that...
pieces something of it.
Well, look, Phil, we don't want to keep you too long, man. We want you to go get well. Drink some soup.
Drink some sauce, man. Drink some hoisin sauce. It'll help you.
I tell you what, if Neuralink was a real thing, man, I would know about it, because if they would want to know what pure genius is, they would want to get inside Grovant's mind, I would think, man.
We're about to get learned. What you got in mind?
Oh, nothing right now, but I'm just saying, sometimes when, like the light bulb goes off for Sam, they might want to see what's going on. Like if I'm thinking about, I write poetry sometimes, like, little turtle on that log, what you doing to that poor frog? I'm sure glad frogs can't log. I don't even know about, something like that. Or little bird in the sky, why you poo-poo in my eye? I'm sure glad the cows can't fly.
Have another drink, Ravon.
Oh, they hired me to the red bab. I had 4 natty lights before I got here. I like to drive with the old saying, 4 on the floor and the 5th under the seat, bab. You ever had that? I'm very excited about something that's coming up real soon. You remember, we used to go eat at that old restaurant down the bayou, that little place called the Cajun Twist, Bab. You remember that, T. Blanche?
Oh, man, yeah, that's a nice place.
Bro, let me tell you some of the best fucking oysters I ever had, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they opened up a new place. You heard about that?
Wait, what?
They opened up a new place up the bayou. They down the bayou, and now they open a new place up the bayou. And they called Grovant and said, bruh, you them rebellious motherfuckers you be running around with, doing all kind of shit and something smells and some more. You think you come down here and say something? I said, fucking right, yeah.
They said that?
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah,
I got that in writing.
Oh, what?
But we're going to be doing that soon. We're going to do that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, free oyster pull bar.
That's all it takes? Ooh.
Man, babe, that's all I want.
That's all it is.
That's all you want?
Fucking A, man. Well, Gravant, let me ask you something real quick. What do you think? Where would you put the Neuralink on you?
Man, Bab, I'd probably put it on my chode. And for y'all don't know what that is the taint, the tizzy, the nerpium or whatever. That's a scientific term, the nerpium. The road map, they call that.
The seam, God's seam.
Let me ask you something. You ever seen a lady friend that had one of them?
All the time.
Them things that was like 4 to 10 inches long. Between the ass. The ass and the pussy was about 10 inches away. You ever seen one like that?
God's seam.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So there's a 10 from Apple
But I
Caps.
think if I had to, I would want to put it there because they say that they want it in the most sensitive pressure point. And in Grovant, that's my pressure point. If you're gonna do like some type of Japanese job or something, that's why you want to bring Grovant down. I'm giving away a secret because I had a few too many beers today. But if we're in a fight, that's how you get Grovant. You jab him in that little area right there. Darren.
Karate chop to the
So how like what noises will you make if someone just went yeah
Well,
to the
first of
tank?
all,
So
let me tell you something, bro. You ain't gonna sweep the leg on Groove On, bro. I've been watching Cobra Kai on the net chills or whatever they call that.
Net chills?
But you ain't sweeping my fucking leg. You might try and stab a tank, but you ain't sweeping the fucking leg, man.
One finger death blow.
Yeah, I love that band One Finger Death Blow. They got that fucking stupid song about, oh, daddy, you fuck me. Yeah, I hate that shit.
Oh, that's corn.
He's doing a jutsu.
So that's about where that's where Grove One stands on Neuralink. That he would like to have it implanted in his penis. So
that's fully connected.
It is. That's a lot of receptors that they would have to deal with.
Yeah. That you would need robotic surgery.
Absolutely. Yeah. The next clip that we have is one of our. For some reason, when our fans come up to us and they see us and they talk to us about our episodes, for some reason they always reference this one episode.
Both of them are super angry. Like I said, one of them has that frontal lobe that's the size of a fucking watermelon. Have you seen this girl's forehead, dude? When she turns sideways for a profile, it looks like a beluga. A legit beluga.
That's a lot of face
Once
mask.
again, Phil's super turned on.
No, I'm not.
He's wanting to nut all over that blowhole.
Is that two? Is that 2 SS?
What?
Is that 2 SS for you?
That's like quad SS.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's XS.
Yeah.
Super size.
Yes.
You wouldn't venture that far?
No.
No. Where's your weight cut off? I'm just curious. So I know what to look for.
Well, I had pictures up earlier and you didn't want to look at them.
Yeah, but you could tell me a point where it's like, it's a little too much. Where is it?
Roseanne?
Like, she lost a lot of weight.
I'm talking about before.
No, she's still skinny.
Alright, Rosie O'Donnell.
Never.
No, like that
As a
size,
person.
not as a person. Like,
Okay.
what size is too big?
Alright, anything past 350.
So 350 is good, though.
Yes. 351, no good.
So, 1,000-Pound Sister Season 2 is coming out, and the slogan is, "We're back," and to the one that's 600 pounds, she's all back. Either way, from the front or the back, it's all back.
I feel like we've helped them come back.
Not only that, so when we did our show on 1,000-Pound Sisters, 229, they had 134,000 subscribers on Facebook, and now within 6 months, they're up to 229,000 subscribers. And you can say that TLC gave them that, but I really would like to believe it's the Rebellion, because, like I said, every time our fans come to us and talk about what one of the funniest shows is, it's that. So, Slayton Sisters, Amy and Tammy, you're welcome. And you owe us some fucking money.
Yeah. Fatback Bacons.
Episode 33, The Return of Uncle Porn.
Hey, look, he's lying.
He's lying a lot.
Let me tell you something. That's a small lie. That's a little white lie.
Jiminy Christmas.
Guys, if we can figure out a way in the genius of editing to blur that out and make that appropriate for some type of social media, we will put that up because it's pretty freaking hilarious.
I will deliberately make sure that
in case we can't, I'll give a description. So a freshly shaved man weenus area has a tattoo of Pinocchio's face onlooking, and so if you can use your imagination, the hang low, which is more of a hang short, would be the trunk, aka nose.
Well, you know,
and she is performing the act of fellation to try and grow said nose.
whenever, you know, like in his downtime, he's always, when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who you are. wish upon a star, your dreams come
Your dreams do come true.
We really do like sing-alongs on this show.
We are almost a musical.
Oh, man, we are really on that cusp of being art, aren't we?
If you want to transform after this 50th celebration into a musical podcast,
we can sing all of our lines to each other. Elon Musk has launched more anal beads into our atmosphere.
Oh wow, what a star! It's just an anal bead singing its beautiful anal songs to me.
You know how anal makes you feel safe? There's another thing that makes you feel safe. And this next clip is all about safety.
Now, it's like whenever you heard that,
which is why I have this tattooed on my arm.
So, that being said, like I'm assuming that you watched the Godzilla cartoon back in Cartoon Network days, right? With the whole Godzilla theme song.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: whenever you heard the scraping of that metal as you're walking down the street of downtown New Orleans, thinking about Godzilla, when you heard that metal, did that song pop into your head? And then did you just start singing it to yourself, going, Godzilla, Godzilla, and then Godzuki?
Actually, it was Blue Oyster.
Fuck Godzuki, man. God damn, that was lame.
It was Hanna-Barbera, for Christ's sakes.
Look,
Come on.
okay, I'll be real. It was actually Blue Oyster Cult's Go Go Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
That I would think of. He's like, oh,
Is
there
that
goes Tokyo. Go Go Godzilla. I've watched all the iterations of Godzilla. I'm a fan of just him in general. I've been through the shitty garbage. I've been through the shittier garbage, and I've been through.
When you could tell it's like two guys in costumes, one is all fours.
I'm a fan of those.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Those. The worst Godzilla movie that I hated.
Godzilla 2000.
2000.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was garbage.
See, I'm partial to that one. I'm going to explain why. Because that movie, and I hate to say it, kind of introduced me to, air quotes, classic Godzilla.
But let me ask you this. Do you believe that when you see a movie like the new Godzilla, King of the Monsters,
badass flick,
don't you feel like there's certain things like, all right, so Game of Thrones, there's a lot of actors and actresses you've never seen before that are famous because of Game of Thrones. So the guy that played the dad, the old Lannister, that Peter Dinklage shot him on the shitter and killed him
with the crossbow.
That guy is in King of the Monsters. I think Hollywood should have a society that once you get to that point of fame, okay, Game of Thrones has ended. Everybody in that show has to be slaughtered in real life. That way you can remain awesome instead of doing other stupid shit.
Fucking your career in the
Exactly.
Some people go out the right
John
way.
Stamos.
So a giant mass suicide gathering at the SAG Awards. You know, it's like they draw. You know how they always say that celebrities die in 3 every month?
All of a sudden, that video, Local 58, comes on, that suicide video at the SAG, and they all commit suicide with their feet facing up.
Remember now, feet together, facing up in the front yard. FFF. Don't forget.
Well, it's like, think about it. It's
Victory is in death.
Godzilla.
It's true. You want to face your feet upwards in the front yard. Death is in the victory.
Are you sure?
That's what they told me.
Well, you're right, because
that is what they said.
It's the end of the world.
It's a message that's going to give you the date of the end of the world, the rapture, which is September 5th.
Spoiler alert.
Yep. You better be ready, people.
We got it wrong 8 years ago when the Mayans predicted it because we didn't take in the calibration of where we were compared to where we are now.
That's the one thing they didn't understand. Through time, scientists thought that the sun was getting smaller and smaller, that it was burning out, not realizing it was actually getting larger and pushing us away. And so, yeah, calculations are off by a few years. If you push it, if the sun's actually bigger and it pushes it out a little further, it's going to put you off in time by a few years.
So 8 years to be exact.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Mayan mathematician was dyslexic.
How would you know that?
He switched the month and the date around.
Exactly.
Holy shit. Wouldn't that be fucked up? Like, I think
August 3rd. Oh wait, March 8th. Shit.
Fuck. Last year.
Boy, were we right.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
What was that? Jimmy Neutron that said that? Jimmy Fallon.
Could have been Malcolm X.
What I can tell you is that if you hate something so much, there's a very good chance that you are that close to loving it. There's a very fine line between love and hate.
I don't think so, dude.
I'm just saying.
Can you hate something so much that you love it?
No, you give the same amount of energy to something you hate that you do that you love.
Damn.
So it literally takes a nudge.
What do you hate? What are you trying to get at? What are you hating?
If KKK hates black people and wants to kill
If black
them,
people love them back, it'll cancel out?
No. But I'm willing to bet if you hate something so much, there's a very good chance that you could be swayed to love it if you just get the right point of view.
I'll pass, dude. I don't want to love the KKK. And the main reason because not only is it run by a bunch of elitists, but it also has a bunch of fucking illiterate rednecks in there.
Well, if you do that, my point's fucking dumb.
And, your point is kind of fucking dumb. There you go.
Dude, for a second...
I'm just saying, it takes...
I don't hate them either. Because I don't want to put that much energy into anything. That's
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If you put that much energy behind something, you care about it. Even if it's hatred, that means you still care. You have an amount of energy and time and effort that you give to this thought process.
So, Tyler, do you want to?
I'm gonna stand up here.
You want to clear that?
I'm gonna get
up?
on my podium and I'm gonna stand up on this box.
Go ahead and scream it from the rooftop.
This cart of apples or whatever that's called. I didn't mean that if you hate the KKK so much that you would be that much closer to loving it. I meant that if the KKK hates black people that much, they'd be that much closer to loving them.
Right.
You just foiled my whole plan, though.
I just had to turn it on you because that's how it goes. That's the rebellion.
But you made me sound like an asshole.
Well, let's hear another time when you sounded like an asshole.
Sure.
As easy it is to think that this person of influence can make me do something just tells you how much Play-Doh they have in their head. And the more you're fucking woke up to this shit, the more that you give a fuck about your surroundings, the more you'll understand that you don't need to be played. You don't have to be that motherfucker out there that's just a frontline soldier. You don't have to do that. Unless you want to, and in which case, by all means, follow your heart.
That's some magical mind fuckery, right?
It is. So...
We're starting to get to that point now where it's like, oh, I said that, didn't I? And we're only about 30, up to almost...
We're not even halfway there.
Uh-oh.
So, what did you mean by that, Tyler? Be the best goddamn Klansman you can be.
So, I think what it was is that you don't want to just join the cult. Have your own brains about it, but if you're truly going to feel the way you do, then you need to act with your whole everything you got.
Right.
You know, like, I'm not condoning the action by any means, but I'm saying that if you're just doing something passively with no active or no, passion behind it, then you might as well not do it at all.
And if you do want to be part of a cult, be part of the right cult.
Yeah, like like the DSR.
The DSR is a good one to start with. You can move on from there to the Happy Valley Dream Survey. That's a good way to go. And we actually have a little experience with the Happy Valley Dream Survey. Our good buddy Philip that y'all just heard from with the old COVID-19 gave him a call.
Put it on speaker.
Please leave a detailed description of your dream at the tone.
Oh, God.
I have a sickly fascination with big, beautiful women. 3 of them enter the room. They get stuck in the doorwell with how large they are and how beautiful they are. But luckily for me, Crisco had to lube them up, pry them out, and pull them in one by one. And then we had a barbecue, baby back ribs.
So that was one of Phil's most brilliant monologues, and the only reason why I know that is because you edited the fuck out of it.
That I did.
So good job to you.
Kudos to me.
You literally Skrillex'd the shit out of that.
I dropped the bass on that motherfucker.
And
that was the bass nectar right there.
You know what happens whenever you drop the bass too hard, though, right?
You start to trip.
And you get that poop and smear.
So I'm going to show y'all this picture that I found online today, and then I'm going to give y'all... I'm going to ask you what you think this woman's doing, and then I'm going to tell you what she's doing.
Okay.
So, it's black and white. I'm sorry. My printer ran out of ink.
Is that going to matter?
It does not matter. What do you think she's doing right there?
Hang on, what the hell?
You go first, Phil. I already know.
I can't... My eyes are going back due to old age. Can I take a
Okay,
look
go
at
ahead.
this?
Take a closer look. It's an elderly woman.
Okay.
Don't cheat.
And she's bending over.
Don't cheat.
And she's touching a swing.
I know what she's doing. I already could tell.
Go ahead. What is she doing?
So, let me see. It's a little old lady bent over on a swing, and she's been growing shrooms on these swings, and she's picking them right. They're ripe, and that's what it's about. Tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not.
Go ahead, Phil. What's your synopsis of this shit?
She's growing swing shrooms, and she's picking them.
See, I told you. And if that's not what she's doing, it's what she's doing.
For a second,
It's close.
For a second, I thought she was like nailing nails through the board of the swing, and she's like, "I'll teach those fuckers." You know?
Don't tell me.
So this old lady is pissed off because they have this little park and this swing set next to her house, and the kids are always making all kind of noise and shit. So she went over there with a little bag of her own poo, and she smeared it all over the seat. This little kid, little Timmy, went running and took a swan dive onto that swing. Yeah, they even said at one point she was so mad she went over there with a shovel and tried to dig the post of the swing out of the ground. So that was her last resort. Smooing, pooing. Poo and smear.
Oh, 1-2 combo.
Smear and poo.
So you just telling me that we're right just a couple weeks into the future after it rains a couple.
That's what I said. You're close. I mean, give it time. Give it time to cultivate.
Man, I can't wait to get all these little black kids off the swing.
You know that old racist bitch is thinking that.
It was a white kid that sat in the poo.
Well, she's an equal opportunist racist. Good for her. Good for her.
Bully for you, old lady.
So as you can see, as the highly trained professionals that we are, we still get a little tongue-tied sometimes with that poo and smear.
Smear and poos.
for listening to the Dank Swamp Rebellion's 50th episode, part 1. Tune in next week for the exciting conclusion to our season finale.